I arrived in Prairie View in 1965 from Hempstead, Texas, and just an old country boy there, and something I always could contribute to going to. Well, I always, all the way back, I can trace all the way back to my great-grandfather. That's called the Watermelon King, and he might have been one of the first of the 8 that enrolled at Prairie View back in the 1870s, 76 when Prairie View was established there, because he was born in 1859. So I had a traditional thing for family of going to Prairie View. My oldest brother, both brothers, sister, attended Prairie View. Oldest brother played football here in the 50s.
I arrived at Prairie View at the time it was Prairie View College in 1966, majoring in business education. I'm the first in my family to come to Prairie View. I was told by a counselor this was the place to come. I'm from Lufkin, Texas. My parents owned a grocery store in Lufkin, Texas, the Hackney grocery store, which funded me to come to Prairie View. So a girlfriend of mine took me to the party with them, and that's where I met John Fuller. The next day, going to the old dining hall, which no longer stands, I stopped and spoke to him, and of course he didn't know who I was. I guess he didn't pay attention to me that night. And we spoke, communicated. Then he said, "Let's walk," and I turned around. And from then on, we had a relationship. About a year later, I think he graduated. And we kept communicating with that back and forth. And one day, going home for the last year, going home for Christmas, there was a package in the mail that had come from Kansas City, and it was the ring.
What happened is that I was in Kansas City, and then I said, "Well, you're going to go back and finish your degree," because she had still another year, too. I think I finished in December of '68, class of 1969, but I think you finished what?
72.
72.
Oh, the year we came here.
Yeah. So she went back, and what happened? I think I had a 442 Oldsmobile.
Hello.
That's what Prairie View, all the graduates from Prairie View at that time,
especially the
engineers, get a 442 Oldsmobile.
When I came back with the 442.
And then I don't know what was wrong with my mind at the time, but I let her come back with the 442
and
Oldsmobile.
you kept the Volkswagen.
And I had a Volkswagen. Does that sound strange? What's wrong with a person's mind to give her the 442 and I scoot around in my Volkswagen?
Because he was teaching. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You're right, I bought it because there's no easy answer for it.
He was teaching. I took care of the children. He taught. You talk about dedicated to teaching at Prairie View. He taught.
I guess it's human nature to say, you always look, and it would be, well, I guess the grass is always greener somewhere else. But then if you look at, family, great children and grandchildren, and then, where you are, how are you doing well? Are you healthy? And I guess if you look at the whole thing, then like I say, if the grass always green, you always say it could be better, you could do this, but no, I'm pretty well satisfied with where I am right now.
I love him. I really love me some John Fuller, Dr. John Fuller.
Thank you. Thank you. I love to teach. See,